Hi, and welcome to our Katrina News Special. I'm Stacy, and this is Stephanie, and we'll be talking about Katrina and what happened.
This is Felicity, and Hurricane Katrina was a Category 3 hurricane that made landfall in southeast Louisiana on Monday, August 29th. The storm surge with the storm was an estimated 12 to 14 feet. And now to our weather segment before Hurricane Katrina.
Hi, this is Annabeth, and today the Mayor of New Orleans has instructed Sunday, 11 a.m., that a mandatory evacuation takes place. And now over to Annabelle for the projected path to date. Darla, currently Hurricane Katrina is in the Gulf of Mexico and is projected to hit New Orleans, head north to Jackson, and turn northeast through Tennessee. Winds will be strong for much of the coast, and cities such as Baton Rouge and Biloxi will see the effects of the wind and rain. And now over to Heather and Valerie.
The FEMA damage assessment shows in the red that these are catastrophically damaged areas, the orange are extremely damaged areas, the yellow are moderate, the green is limited, and the blue is the areas that are still flooded.
And now, some evacuation statistics.
Researchers found evacuees in nearly every state of the Union. This is 45 states and the District of Columbia. For example, 75,000 evacuees went to Arkansas. The population of Arkansas was 2 million, and overnight it increased by 2.8%. More than 81% of those who did not return to their original counties relocated mostly to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, and Arkansas. Statistically, 30 to 40% of people who left Louisiana stayed in Texas. 20 to 30% of the people stayed in Louisiana after the storm. 3 to 20% stayed in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, and Georgia, and between 1 and 3% stayed in California, Missouri, Iowa, Indiana, and West Virginia. Of those who evacuated, about 410,000 had not returned to their homes by October 2006, and of these, approximately 280,000 had not even returned to the counties in which they were living prior to the storm. 25% of these evacuees relocated 10 miles or less from their pre-Katrina counties, while 25% relocated 461 miles or more, and 10% relocated at least 839 miles away from their pre-Katrina homes.
And now, return statistics. The release of the 2010 census revealed that Hurricane Katrina left New Orleans a more affluent city with more white people and more Latinos. As a result of Hurricane Katrina, the population of New Orleans has dropped by 29%, or a loss of 140,845 people. Because of this drop in population, Louisiana lost 1 congressional seat, going from 7 seats to 6. The overall age of the city has increased since Hurricane Katrina, from 34 to 38.8 years old. The number of children living in New Orleans has also decreased by 44%, or 56,193 fewer children.
And now the economic impacts. After Katrina, the city lost almost 94,000 jobs in 3 major industries, including shipbuilding, the space program, and banking. Even though they lost a tremendous amount of their economy, their unemployment rate is lower than the state's and the nation's rates. The city was also spared during the early months of the recession due to the federal funds given for reconstruction. The best way to describe New Orleans' economy today is mixed. The fastest growing industries include film and television production and the biomedical sector, including 3,000 jobs created. Tourism is also a big contributor to the economy, but is dependent on the national economy as well. Voluntourism was formed by the thousands who came to the city to help rebuild. The Census Bureau reported that New Orleans is the second highest level of income inequality of any large American city.
Socially, New Orleans will be forever different. So far, there are 1,833 deaths and 5,698 injuries. There are many in the Superdome currently waiting for advice on what to do next. The people that were displaced have relocated to many cities and are trying to continue their lives as best they can. Students are enrolling in schools and parents are looking for jobs. Those lacking the ability to relocate are hoping for FEMA to come through with housing and financial assistance. Also, those in new cities are hoping for FEMA assistance to pay for hotel stays and temporary housing.
After Hurricane Katrina, healthcare and accessibility to healthcare became a great concern, with areas of the town being inaccessible and people being trapped, along with much of the town's buildings being heavily damaged or destroyed, including hospitals. Healthcare became very difficult to get to. Concerns involved how to be able to afford the health care as well, since pre-Katrina there were many programs that assisted with the affordability of health care. One of the hospitals that was still up and running with was the Charity Hospital. This hospital did their best to help the citizens out after Katrina, but their patients went months without medications. Patients ranged from those diagnosed with high blood pressure all the way up to AIDS. Another concern involving healthcare was the spread of diseases and sanitary concerns. Concerns and issues continued for several years and has improved much in recent years.